Hello and welcome back to DeadMooseGaming, and today we are playing something a little different. We are on Tank Mechanic Simulator here, and we are going to be working on this Panzer IV-G. I'm used to being the one that destroys tanks or gets blown up miserably in battles, but I am not used to repairing them. So yes, I have a repair contract offer going on here. A Panzer IV-G is in desperate need of repairs, so we're going to go ahead and do that. So let's go ahead and do that right now. We're going to want to be in disassembly mode, which is precisely what we are, and we're just going to start taking this tank apart. Now, I've got some of the screws off, but these ones are red, and that means that I have to get the hammer. And let me get the hammer real quick. Boom. Got in. Lovely. This tank, it's got basically its entire left tracks are there. Most of the actual track itself is there. It's only the front track that's missing, but obviously it's not in the best condition, right? Now, I have played Car Mechanic Simulator, which is why I was interested in this game. It's not a proper simulation of repairing vehicles. There's a lot of abstraction, and a lot of it is just down to recognising what goes on first. You don't have to have a deep understanding of mechanics in order to do this or anything. But I do find it quite fun, just to see your progress as time goes on. Where's my hammer? There we go. No. No. Can't get the bloody thing off. Maybe I have to go down underneath and start whacking it. Possible. No, okay. There we go. Now I can start taking off the road wheels. On this side at least. Boom, boom, boom. Wow, the amount of dodgy screws is insane. I think that's actually all that side done here. I've got the internal stuff of it, of course, but speaking of which, I might as well extract the engine and the turret off here for now. Leaving me with just this. This makes it a lot easier to work with. Now, some of this stuff isn't replaceable, so I just have to buy it. Of course, there's a lot of stuff that's missing, but most of it can be outsourced, and I've put my experience points, or reputation as it's called in here, into making that cheaper for me. A lot of covers and stuff everywhere. We've got all sorts of things to get rid of on here. Whatever a trunnion is, we've got to get rid of. Oh, there's a lot of screws on here, and a lot of bad screws as well. What? Ah, okay. Still can't get rid of the radiator, apparently. Is there, oh, there we go, there's the cap. That's so silly, honestly, how that works. Now, what's stopping me from taking this out, I wonder? If I press that, maybe? There we go, it's that. That'll stop me from doing that. I think that is everything. Almost everything. How are the caps there, but the fuel tanks aren't? Is that me going insane? Where were those fuel tanks? Is it going to let me get to them easily enough? I hope so. Where are those goddamn fuel tanks? I don't know. Anyway, now that's done, I'm going to worry about the turret and the engine afterwards. We're going to go on rust removal. It's as easy as that. Let's get rid of all that disgusting rust. Then we go on sandblaster. Sand it down. Paint gun, we're going to want primer. That's some painting. There's already in primer apparently. We're going to want that primer applied. And then we're going to want the paint itself. Lovely. Look at that. Good as new. Right, so we need to... Why is it on Tiger, I wonder? Panzer... 4G. Select all of that, and we're going to outsource repairs. We're going to want it to look as nice as possible, and it's going to be 30 seconds. Don't worry, it's not a microtransaction thing. It just takes about 30 seconds. Okay, all that stuff is repaired, and we are now going to put it back onto the tank. Of course, there's going to be a lot of stuff that I need to buy so that it actually goes on the tank, but that's absolutely fine. And how do you buy things, you might wonder? Well, you go onto your tablet or your computer, you go onto tank parts, and while we're here, let's just have a quick look at the tanks. We've got Tiger 1 naturally, Easy 8, Sherman, Panzer III M, KB1, Pershing, KB2, Tifa 485, Tifa 476, Panzer III J. So I find it interesting that they have two different types of Panzer III but haven't got any British tanks yet. I find that weird, but it is what it is. You've got Stug 3, not Stug, Panzer IV. That's the only Panzer IV they have. You have the M10 Wolverine, the Panther, some half-track thing, and an American half-track. So it is a bit lacking in terms of tank variety. I'd love to see something like a Mouse or a TOG 2. That'd be great. Imagine working on a TOG 2. What a treat that would be. But alas, that is not what we have so far. So we have to go onto the relevant page, and then we can type in exhaust, and we want the highest quality one. $4,000 is a lot of money though. That's fine. Anything for the pursuit of client happiness. Gonna stick that lovely thing on. And we need 2 exhaust pipe covers as well, apparently. Oh, that's a lot of screws. That's gonna take a while. I know it's riveting. Oh wow, riveting gameplay. See what I did there? Because it's, you know, it's not. It's a screw. It's not a rivet. But you saw what I did, guys. I'm funny. I'm a funny man. Oh, is that something I missed? It looks like it to me. It looks disgusting. There we go. Flywheel cover. We missed completely. I'm going to focus my parts on this side then. Just for the sake of it. I like to get a tank of my own here, but well, I haven't had the option to do that quite yet, but that's going to come soon, I think. You do learn about the anatomy, for want of a better word, the mechanics of the vehicles you're working on, but not, obviously you don't understand how it works, but you know where things go, let's say. Why can't I put the front track on? Ah, maybe I need the gearbox stuff. Yeah, that's why. You can speed up your rate of screwing, but I haven't done that yet, so I focused on the money stuff. Why am I on that side? Lovely, put it on. And that's that side pretty much done, I think. There we go. I didn't take any of this out, which was a mistake. Okay, let's get those fans replaced, the radiator as well. You see the tedium does set in a little bit, but it's okay because, you know, when you have a variety of tanks it makes it interesting. But that is kind of the issue, that there are only, what, 12 tanks I think there were? I really hope they add more in the future. It's a little bit annoying. I don't really understand how this happens, folks, but I was going to do a video about extracting my own tank and restoring it. And I did it. I extracted the tank, it was all going well, and then all of a sudden it said I had minus $111,000. And I think it's because I took too long on this particular project, I want to say. So I'm focusing on this now, and then in the next video we can do what I wanted to do all along, which is a video about extracting my own tank. Hopefully it won't screw me over. I'm going to be honest with you though, because I don't, you know, there's no point lying about that and trying to reenact it like it was the first time I did it. Now as for the interior, there's a few things we're missing here. Got so many ammo boxes, that's insane. Let's move on to the engine next, I think. I don't really know where to start though. Exhaust, I suppose, is not a terrible idea. Now, unlike Car Mechanic Simulator, you can't get down into the actual, spark plugs and pistons, whatever, in the engine, you have to just end up as the engine block just being like this. Which is understandable because there's a lot more going on in a tank than a normal car. You've got the turret and the tracks, etc. Wrong button there. Don't know why the colour changed there, that was quite strange. I didn't have the ignition magnetos before. What was it that I needed? There was something that I needed. Some magneto thing. No, I can't remember what it was. Ignition magnetos. That's it. I was thinking X-Men magneto there for a second. Like the fool I am. How's that? 96%. We need one more V-belt. And we're done with the engine. There we go. We can put this back in the tank now. Which just leaves the turret. There we go. Quite a lot of parts. Okay, so in the Soviet ones, most of the seats are in the tank itself, but in this one, a lot of the seats are in the turret, which is an interesting change, I suppose. How do I get under this, though? I can crouch. There we go. I just missed completely. I can't actually remember what I did to hit. There we go. That's what I needed. Lovely. Okay, I think that's all the internal stuff done, so I need to go on top and take off anything on top, which there doesn't appear to be anything except for this back toolbox. Right, okay, so once again we're going to select all and outsource repairs. It's so much cheaper than actually just buying the parts yourself, it's ridiculous. Lovely. Now that's done, we can put the stuff back in. We're going to be pretty much done, I think, once I've finished off this turret. I think that's going to be the last thing. I'm not sure about how comfortable those seats are, though, to be honest with you. Oh, I don't actually know what I did there. Oh. Weird. Oh, why are you doing this to me? There we go. We're at 98% apparently. We're missing a few things. Go on, tank analysis. Fuel system, we're missing... Oh, okay. Yes, I remember taking those off now. It's along there, wasn't it? I can see one. And there was an exhaust pipe. Where are you? Exhaust pipe. Oh, it tells me where it is. Oh, I wish I'd known about that. That makes life so much easier. It takes you to it automatically. So there it is, 100%. It's not painted, of course, but I don't need to worry about that part. Someone else can put the camouflage on. It looks nice. Let's go inside for a second. If we sit in the commander's seat. You know, there's proper interior models and everything. Let's go down to the driver. Wow, that's not much of a view at all, is it? Makes you think what those people must have gone through. God, I don't envy them. Being completely blind, there could be an anti-tank mine or anything waiting for them. Terrible stuff. How do I get out of here, though? Back. Now the contract's done, we need to go to the organiser, we need to finish the order, and we get a huge chunk of cash. But it said that we were going to get 79,000, but I actually got 300,000. So this is going to be what we do next, but that's going to be for another day. Thank you very much for watching, guys, in this first Tank Mechanic Simulator episode. Tell me your criticisms or thoughts on the series, potential series anyway. in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you in the next one.